But you have to step back and go, what if I was in that situation? 7.5 years of watching all this and going, God, what are you doing? Why wouldn't it be me? What are you waiting for? I remember when I was a high school pastor, actually I was assistant high school pastor, my very first kind of job as the ministry. And I was the assistant high school pastor for 6 years. And then the high school pastor leaves and I go, well, obviously, I mean, here I am. Why would I not, right? And so I'm called into the principal's office, the pastor, and he says, we're going another direction. I hear this a lot in my life, actually. We're going another direction. And I'm like, what? And they brought in this guy from Nowheresville. You know, I'm sure he was great and all. But anyway, they bring this guy in, and I'm just thinking, God, what's the deal? And then I end up going to a different church. And I just remember that moment going, God, I'm going to trust you. I'm going to move forward, but I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know what you're doing. And I think David might be in the same scenario here. Just, I don't understand what you're doing, but I'm going to trust you. The second thing you see in David is he knows he's supposed to be king because Samuel, the prophet, which is basically God speaking, has told him he's going to be king. And so there's so many times in my life, and maybe yours as well, you know what you're supposed to be doing. God has shown you, like, this is what you're supposed to be doing. This is the next step. And yet you're not making it happen. Like, what's the deal, God? Why aren't we walk through, you know, this just that thought of, God, what are we waiting for? And then the third thing here is, by the way, it's a complete mess without me. So that back in the high school pastor day, the one that came, it went terribly. And I watched it from the sidelines, and it was just so bad, and that group was never the same. And I remember watching it going, God, why did you do it that way? Why not me? But I guess you're in control. And I'm just going to keep moving forward. Now I have to step out of the sermon for a second here, because I wrote that part on Tuesday. And on Tuesday, I was feeling pretty good. Okay, point one, section one is done. And then there was this part of me that said, but God, what if you just had put me in there? Maybe I'd still be there. 25 years, one church, great. That sounds better. But whatever, God, you're in control. I always do that. God, okay, God, you're in control. But there was that piece of me in the back of my head. So I go to bed that night, and I have this dream. And I don't dream like this, so it was really weird. But it was this nightmare where there was these rattlesnakes that were biting me. All like I wasn't dying from it, but I kept being bitten by rattlesnakes. And my in-laws were in the corner just making fun of me the whole time. I don't know why. That part's not relevant, but it was there. I'm serious. I don't know why. But I woke up. And God, every once in a while this happens. He so verbally was like, do you understand that your entire ministry, you've been attacked by the enemy? Like the devil, like Satan. Can I give you a better example with rattlesnakes of Satan's attack on your life everywhere you've been, and all these moments you've been attacked? But you remember, I gave you something in that next place you went. It was such a blessing. It was a blessing that absolutely changed your life forever, and it's the only reason that you've been able to continue to push through every single attack. And I step back, I'm sweating from the dream, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, I forgot about that. That when I went to that next place, something happened that absolutely changed my life forever. And it's the only reason I've been able to stick through every single thing that happened. And here I am thinking, what if you had done this? Totally forgetting that God was thinking about me more than anything else in that moment. Caring and loving for me. As if he actually loves his sheep.